Hi, St. Columbans. Amy Molina Moore here. So last night, a group of us parents met yesterday for the Bless This Mess parenting book group. And in one of the chapters that we read and we discussed, the authors, Reverend Molly Baskett and Dr. Ellen O'Donnell, were talking about raising morally upright morally upright kids, assuming that there's more than just one morally upright kid in the world. And they introduced this idea of moral scaffolding and helping your kids grow into being moral human beings. So they break it down into ages. And as anyone who has ever dealt with young kids knows, that they are pretty concrete thinkers and they have a very dualistic worldview. There are good guys and there are bad guys. And so one of the principles of this book is teaching your kids that there's not just good people and bad people. All people are made by God, and God made everything good. And so people make good choices or people make bad choices. And one of the techniques they advocate using with your young children and all your children of every age is imaginative empathic thinking. This is a practice where you take someone who has done something bad and you imagine all the reasons or scenarios why they committed or did this bad thing, and what are alternative options of things that they could have done that would have been better, or things they might have done had they had more options or resources. And you create a story, an empathic story about the villain character. And it helps you see them as a child of God, more closely to see them as God sees them. One of the examples they use in this book that I am going to invite all of us to try in the weeks to come is to imagine that the next person who cuts you off in your car, so the next time someone cuts you off, rather than just assuming the worst about this person or getting very angry, take a moment, take a breath, and start to imagine possibilities or possible reasons why this person probably cut you off. Maybe they were running late and it was their first day on the job and they really need this job. Maybe someone they love had an accident and they were running to get to them. Who knows? This whole practice is to help us see our fellow human beings more the way God sees them. We need tools to combat dualistic thinking because, friends, that's the world we're living in right now. There are good people and bad people, and depending on which camp you are, you can easily identify the good versus the bad people. But this dualistic thinking is the sign of an immature mind. Literally, children with undeveloped frontal lobes, that's how they see the world. And yet that's the world we seem to find ourselves in these days. So here's a little tool, a little exercise that will help us all. Imaginative empathic thinking. Let's try to see the good in everyone around us. Bye.